So let's play some Rumble. Just a moment, I get all my settings together, and yeah, I ended up solving Drakizat off stream. I actually spent another 4 hours testing it off stream. So overall, I played Drakizat for 7 hours. Yeah, it took me a while, but I wanted it to be absolutely perfect, and it is. It is absolutely perfect. Minus 2.3 levels clear, no talents, leader not played a single time. It's getting pretty crazy, those... the level of commitment on making it as hard as possible has maybe gotten a little out of hand. I would say that is possible. Just might be a tiniest of tiny bits out of hand here, but be that as it may, let's rumble. So, heroics. 1 area done, 2 areas done. I have not done 2 families on Blind Mary, but I did it with the same comp on 3 families, so it's going to work the same with those 2 as well. So next up I would have Abercrombie. And I'm not sure how well I understand the stitches mechanic. So I would want to learn a little bit more about how exactly does stitches work. So I think we're going to start figuring that out. Abercrombie's level, it's level 14. It starts to get hard not to outlevel the content. There we can get at least some, like, that's also like 15 now. It's too much. Now it looks a little better. But let's start figuring this out. The first try is at Abercrombie. Let's see how it goes. Stitches is an abomination that can actually eat minis. I think it can eat minis of any size. At least that's how I believe it works. But I would need to figure it out a little bit more.
Behold, my latest creation.
Let me see. Money is coming from there. Okay. Send some troopers. Wee. Alarm. Stitches is about to arrive. Oh, where did all my minis go? Where did all my minis die? That's unpleasant. And here comes Stitches. So what does a Banshee do to Stitches? That's one thing I want to know. If I got a Banshee here, then what happens? Well, it just gets eaten. Okay. That's AoE damage right there. And it can eat more. Can it just eat everything? Let's figure this out. Time it heats the minis, it has a cooldown. Yeah, I mean, I have done this on my main account. I haven't really done anything hard on my main account. I'm at like 100 sigils on my main account. So I haven't done anything that would be hard on that because it's a paid account. But... I have obviously done this one, but it was really, really easy. So now it eats it. I want to see what happens when a Banshee meets Stitches. Banshee applies a burn to Stitches, okay. How strong of a burn? Does that burn like end up killing Stitches altogether? Deals around half-ish health damage. So we want to have squad minis, I believe. Footman might be good here. There's the Plague Farmer Ghoul, Harpies, Meat Wagon, Murlocs with Safety Bubble. Plague Farmer is anti-squads. It's only anti-squads when the squads are ground-based. Is there any area anti-air? Hi, Dobry. Is the Chimera the only new mini that is going to come in Season 2? Yes, it should be the only new mini. At BlizzCon they said that they would be releasing one mini per season. And so Chimera on Season 2, Torisan, a new Blackrock leader on Season 3, Fairy Dragon on Season 4, and I think that was it. And then raids are going to give you Ragnaros if you can complete raids, and we don't know when the raids are coming, other than they're coming next year, but I mean next year, Season 2 already extends to next year. We'll see. But yeah, it looks like Chimera is the only thing that's coming. I don't know if there's any balance changes. Nothing has been published yet. That's kind of bad. Yeah, it's a pretty slow pace, definitely, for new stuff. So I want squads. So we're not rocking a Stonehoof Tauren here. We're probably rocking a Footman. Stitch's damage is... it's AoE damage, though. But Footmen are armored. So they should still be able to take some of that punishment. What are there any new leaders? No. No, I mean the Chimera is going to... I think the Chimera is going to be the guild reward. I think that's how new minis are introduced. When there's a new mini... this would just work. When there is a new mini, it comes a guild reward, it becomes a PvP reward, and then there's going to be a bundle in the store, most likely, that you can just buy it immediately. That's what it looks like. So Chimera is going to be where Sylvanas is now, and the next leader, Torisan, is going to come next season, in 6.5 weeks. What other squads are there? Squads are fun. Can you sapper? Can you sapper Stitches? Can you Spiderling Stitches? It does have an AoE hit. Hope they don't kill the game with this pace. Well, it's Blizzard. They're typically a little bit slow. About raptors. I'm actually a little bit intrigued about sappers. But what else was there? There were the Murlocs, Prowler. Murlocs, Prowler, Harpies. Need something for the Harpies. Let's perform something that doesn't die to a Prowler. Murlocs, Prowler, Harpies. I'm just the tiniest of tiny bits intrigued about the vultures. Like, why not? Harpies, footmen, vultures. Maybe. Just maybe. But the anti-harpies, well, I mean, Dogspear Troll is good against harpies. It's not good against Prowler. Mind you, new hero every month seems pretty fast. Wasn't the release date November 2nd? And Season 2 is in a few days, right? Yeah, global launch was November 2nd, but the new season started a little bit before that. So Sylvanas was already available for soft launch players a few days before the actual season, before the global launch. Season length is 6 weeks. We're currently getting a new mini every 6 weeks. Pyro kills harpies. Troll kills harpies. Drake kills harpies. And Drake pretty decent here, actually. Or is it too expensive? It is on the more expensive side of things. What about a Necro? Necro can just keep summoning more skeletons. Mine checks is pretty fast in my opinion. I don't know how I want it faster, but I'm a free-to-play scrub. I mean, new minis are great. Because when you get a new mini, and I mean, if you're in a guild, you're going to get that new mini for free in a week. New mini means more collection level. Because you're going to get it from the guild reward, and then you get 5 points for this from getting a new mini, and then you get 1 point for each level. And if you already have some levels, you're going like I can, even on my free-to-play account, it's going to be like a level 10. So that's 15 points towards the next collection level. New minis are great news for free-to-play because they increase the experience gains for everything. Josh, I'm debating on beginning to play this game. My one concern is it free to play? Well, that's what we're here to find out, isn't it? PvP is definitely not free-to-play friendly. There are level caps in place in the early ranks, but despite the level cap you can still use talents, and talents make the minis much stronger. This is an account that I have played since the global launch week, free-to-play. It's not my only account, so I don't devote a ton of time, and like I haven't done any grinding on this. I haven't done like sometimes I do a couple of daily quests to get my daily reward, but that's it. I don't cap them or anything. And I have like 1, 2, 3 talents right now. I think 4 talents. So I don't have 7 talents for an army. Majority of my minis aren't even uncommon. So I would struggle a lot in PvP. PvE-wise, completely free to play, I have completed the main campaign. All of it. 75 bosses. And now I'm progressing through the heroic version, which is harder versions of the same bosses that you then complete with all different families, so you do each one 5 times with different armies. Or maybe 5 times with the same army, but a different leader. And I've now done 5, 10, 13, well I have also sorted 14 of those. I don't know where I'm going. At some point I will not be able to progress anymore, I think. Or at least it will grind to a very, very slow pace, but... So even totally free to play, you can complete the entire story. I mean, that's no real story, but like all the bosses in their base version. So there's a bunch that you can do. Are you working on Abercrombie now? Yeah. I would still have 2 blind Mary clears, but I did it 3 times with the same army. So the army works. I just haven't had time to get the the remaining 2 clears to get the sigil. But that's not going to be an issue because 3 clears with the exact same army means that I can just do it anytime. But Abercrombie I haven't done yet on this account. But I don't think Abercrombie is going to be a Banshee fight. It's probably like a Quill Boar. Isn't it? It could be a 14 Quill Boar, that's acceptable. I'm actually running 0 Horde minis here. These levels are a little bit on the low side. I might run this with another leader so that I could get the levels up by 1 or something. So it would still be hard, but not quite that hard. I think you should use your talents in the free-to-play. Yeah, but you might think so. But the amount of complaints I got even for using the free talent on Grommash was insane. There's so many complaints. You only won because you have that Grommash with the talent. You only won because of that. I cannot do it. It's impossible for me. And you're playing this on such an easy mode. You had that Grommash with the talent. It's impossible for everyone else. The complaints basically only stopped once I started doing no talents, not deploying a leader, and doing everything a couple of levels under-leveled. So basically increasing the difficulty by 30 to 40%. Then I haven't received as many complaints anymore. There's still some, but it has reduced the number of complaints. You really need to do it very, very hard way so that people wouldn't whine so much. I mean, I originally thought that just doing it free to play, already being like under-leveled, would be great, but apparently people don't have any minis, they have no talents, and they cannot play. So I'm trying to make guides that every single viewer is going to be able to get the mission done with that. But I don't know, maybe it's a little bit too demanding. Maybe. Either way. Well, that sucks. No, the Drake is going to turn around. Everything's a mess. Yeah, this wasn't very good. Sending a squad of footmen out there. Or poison harpies. Stitch is actually pretty good at killing those. Well, we'll need to try again, see what happens. Let's see. Let's see. What do you think about the new skins? I don't really care about skins. People should not copy others. Yeah, well, that's funny actually, because when I started making these videos, at first I thought that people would play with whatever army they have, and the guide video would tell you like, hey, this boss has these types of mechanics, and to counter them, use one of these, like these 4 minis. Put one of these into your army, and then show sample gameplay. And that was a disaster. People didn't want that at all. They wanted to be told, use specifically this army. Copy everything I do. Do not think. That's what the average guide viewer actually wants. But my first guides were quite a disaster for this game, because I tried to make them so that I'm just going to tell you the generics of how this works, and I will let you choose your own army from there. But that, yeah, it just wasn't what people wanted. There's the AoE attack. Does it kill the It does kill the harpies if harpies are on the same side as the footmen. It is a proper cleave attack, so that would mean that I would actually have to turn Stitches around. Can I stun Stitches? Do these stun it? I can stun Stitches. That is interesting. It is possible to stun it. So now I know that I can stun it. I can... But the footmen are not the answer. No, because if I use footmen... Well, footmen with harpies are not the answer. Footmen can actually still tank that quite adequately. What if I had footmen, shaman, and ranged damage dealer? What about that? Fire Elemental plus Shaman still works. I mean, not against Stitches it doesn't, because Stitches just eats the Fire Elemental. It doesn't mind that it's armored. But we might be going for a Shaman thing. We might. We might actually be going for a Shaman thing here, even an untalented Shaman thing. We swap it to that slot so that it's a 14. This would ideally be... I would ideally want to have like an army of 13s and 14s for this 14 level heroic. That would be kind of nice. It would be slightly under, but not too much. Volar, Old Guardian, you're not making videos of beating heroic as free to play. What do you mean? I have 14 heroic guides on my channel. Elven Forest, Westfall, and then Duskwood up to Blind Mary. All of these are on the channel. They are in a playlist heroic campaign. In consecutive order. Just like there's a regular campaign playlist, there's a heroic campaign playlist that you can find all the guides from. So yeah, I have 14 guides so far. And I'm making more as quickly as I can. It's just that every time there's a dungeon, it takes like 2 days to test a dungeon. So then I only have 5 days left in a week. And then there's all sorts of other stuff that needs to be done, so... Even though I've been creating Rumble content non-stop for 5 weeks now, I think, I'm starting to get a little blurry about the dates. But anyway... Just never enough time. I don't want a Drake. Drake sucks. I want a Pyromancer. Pyromancer is a good strong mini. I'm an Abercrombie, but still can't beat the stupid Murloc. Murloc, out of these heroics that I have done on the free-to-play account, Murloc has been the most challenging one. But I think I got an excellent solution for that. I was lucky enough that on my 4th clear, I got the start where they spawn with the Tauren and take the chest immediately. So I got the hardest start. Because I had to change my comp a little bit, even though I had already cleared it 3 times. But I managed to get that hard start, and I think thanks to that, the guide is really, really good. The reason I didn't see the heroic ones. Yeah, I finished the regular campaign because I had to do some heroics to get some XP, and then I finished Plaguelands and Blackrock Mountain last. And now I'm back to heroics again. Bob Anderson, I think Abomination. No. We can't do Abomination because Stitches eats Abomination. I don't want any single expensive mini in this comp. Although I might not actually want the vultures. They didn't really do anything. Diab Salma, hey. Thanks for the raid. But you were not playing Rumble, were you? I mean, I am in Rumble category, right? I'm not playing Hearthstone tonight. I have to check that I am actually in Rumble category. Am I? I am. Phew. I was a little worried. Have I set the stream as Hearthstone? But nope. It's rumbling. Rolling and rumbling. Do sappers attack Stitches? Genuine question. Let's see. Execute could be good. True. If Execute deals 50% damage to Stitches, that would be wonderful. Necromancer, cheap long-range units alongside Quillbore. Yeah, I talked about Necromancer earlier. Definitely a plausible idea. Can I just send these to take the tower? That's what I really want to know. That's the way I like it. That little tower is going to fall again. It wasn't as good of a plan, I guess. I thought it was a plan when I made it. Turns out that it wasn't. Those poison harpies, when they reach a base, just look at the amount of damage they do. This line seems pretty decent. I like that. I like what I see there. But maybe sappers are not the answer. Ferriteric, what was your first strategic game before Hearthstone? Well, the first game that I have streamed was Hearthstone. I started streaming Hearthstone in 2015. So that's more than 8 years ago. But I mean, my first computer game was some kind of a Pong clone, I guess. Then on VIC-20 I played games like Radar Rat Race, Raid on Fort Knox. So, how far do you want to go to about first games? Highlander Polly. So we want something here that can answer the harpies. How cheap does it have to be? Is it Murloc's cheap? Or is it like a troll? Played Wolfenstein 3D in 1993. Yeah, obviously I played Wolfenstein when it was released. Why wouldn't I? I played them all. I'm of the first generation that really played them all. I played Lost Vikings too, the first Blizzard game, before Warcraft 1. Troll is typically really nice. I want to even the levels here. 13 Troll, 13 Pyro. This looks like a pretty solid setup. So, I liked the Footman, Shaman, Pyromancer army against Stitches. And then it's just about defending the other side.
Behold, my latest creation.
I think this out a little bit further right. It's fine. I'd want to send the Pyromancer with them. Can I afford to? Is the Prowler going to charge the Troll? Alright, my team actually killed Stitches. Look at that. Killing a ghoul is not easy, by the way. Have you ever tried to kill a ghoul? It's not easy. I'm getting poisoned. Plague Farmer actually killed those footmen quite easily. That was unpleasant. That was an unpleasant experience. But I seem to have... Oh, there would have been some gold to mine. My bad that I didn't mine it. Yeah, now I'm going to pay for that. Giving the AI all that gold and then losing this. It's fine. I haven't yet determined whether I need this tower. Do I need the tower? Serious question. Whoa, those poison harpies. They're eating away some footmen. Whoa, 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 whoa. Poison harpy is surprisingly strong. Yeah. Do I need to take the tower? I think we'll try a pure left lane push. Don't think Shaman is necessary, just more damage units for Stitches better. Possibly. I mean, we're testing here. Like, the goal right now is not even to win. The goal is to gain a full understanding of the mission. And little by little then we fine-tune the comp until it's perfect. And then victory comes as a side effect. Should you upgrade all minis first before buying the abilities? No, the talents are incredibly strong. Like, yeah, you don't have to buy all the talents. Just buy talents that you actually use. It used to be a problem that if you didn't buy the talents, then the talents would fill your grid. And then your grid would be only talents and nothing else. And you wouldn't be able to see any minis. But they fixed that. Nowadays it's limited how many talents appear. So now you can upgrade minis to uncommon freely. And then selectively pick talents for them. But talents make such a big difference that you definitely want to get talents for the minis that you play the most. But you can also upgrade minis without buying talents nowadays. Alright, so here we go. We're going to go with this. We're also probably going to try without the shaman at some point. That was a good observation. Is the base going to be able to handle that? I think the base can handle that. The base could handle that. But what happened? Oh, the plague farmer happened to my footmen. Ah, the plague farmer. Of course, of course. Yeah, it does melt the footmen quite quickly. That's going to remain a problem here in the future as well. I mean, look at them melting away. Ah, so I need a way to kill the plague farmer. If plague farmer comes on the same side as the stitches, last time it came on the different side, because I focused a little bit more on the other side, so plague farmer and stitches came. Can I always make it happen? Not necessarily. There could be instances where I cannot force the plague farmer to a different lane than stitches. And then the plague farmer will melt away the footmen. Does plague farmer die to a single... Does plague farmer die to a single safe pilot? Here we have the plague farmer again. Can I look at how fast the footman melted away? Ah, that's intriguing. So I need a response to that. I see, I see. How many sigils he has now? I have 88. Well, technically I could have 89. I haven't done blind marry on 2 of the families. But, I mean, the comp is ready for blind marry. And I completed the regular campaign now. So I need to be able to answer that. Is it Quillbore at all? Maybe I don't need Quillbore at all. Maybe I can use this unbound slot to have an answer for the plague farmer. I don't remember if safe pilot. I mean, that's a little bit over-leveled safe pilot. We're going to do it like this. Let's see if safe pilot kills the... I don't remember if safe pilot kills an even leveled plague farmer. What if the plague farmer is higher level? And I advise to use safe pilot and people don't have that level safe pilot, and then they can't kill the plague farmer because it fails. Would Worgen be more reliable? Is poison elemental damage? Yeah, poison is elemental damage. Yes, it is. If you have resistant minis, they are resistant to poison damage as well. Now we got the plague farmer spawn on this side. We can also stun the stitches, right? Interesting, interesting. Don't think that's a problem. Oh. It's a lot of blizzarding. Zap, zap. Some more gold going. Not blizzard, it's chain lightning, of course. Maybe a little packed for that. And safe lightning is... we're a little bit packed tight for that. I have to admit. No, it's a plague farmer. At the worst possible time. And I am undone. Yeah, we're dead. We're so dead. I mean, is it a comp issue or... was the shaman necessary? Oh no, the base is down. Are footmen a good idea? Because of the plague farmers? And should I push for the tower? To possibly try to get the AI to use biddies on both lanes instead of everything going down the left lane. Henri Huolma, mistä päin äijä on? Loimaalla asustella. I did the mission almost all on the right. I defended one rebel and then killed him before the second killed me. Yeah, possible. So you need resistance squad tanks, right? That only is hellhounds, I believe. Well, resistant is good against the plague farm, but resistant is not good against stitches. Stitches is physical damage. Let's see. Going to try a small alteration in strategy. Now there's the plague farmer again. And everything is poisoned. Plague farmer does die to an even level. Safe pilot. There's that. It's a little late in attacking it. And there's more of that backline stuff coming too. With the meat wagon coming in. Whoa, yikes. Now those poison harpies are arriving to the scene. And this deployment is a little bit too late. Yeah. Struggling a little bit with the plague farmer, but is it just a timing issue? Number of questions. Timing, the tower, whether I really need the shaman. I think there are some nice aspects to the footmen there. I do kind of like the footmen. But here I would probably need to save this, so now I can kill the plague farmer before it gets to do things. Like this. Now the plague farmer is dead. Base can handle a single prowler. The shaman defending. Now we get the pyromancer action. But there's chain lightning and a blizzard. End up dealing a whole chunk of damage. But we have more footmen coming. One was immediately eaten. 4 footmen. Second one eaten. Footmen just can't catch a break now, can they? Those are also going to die. Oh, that's unfortunate. Now they also got to mine, so that will not end well. Need the troll to kill the harpies. Like this. Well... we got most of those down. I love sneaking a miner in. If there's no area damage, then you can just sneak in a miner. They will never know. It's tremendously fun. Okay. But now the plague farmer problem. Cohorts decided, hey, I'm out of here. Let's go the other way. See the Defias bandits with the stun. Just that stun is wonderful. The stun is so good. There's all those blizzards coming. So now I am trying solely a left-sided push, but it's not the only option. We have more other things we can do. Already overtime. Oh dear, a plague farmer again. Hate it when that happens. Troll will need to kill the harpies there. Troll does do a spectacular job against the harpies, I have to say. Now I'm afraid I do not have sufficient power to push. It appears that my power is insufficient. Yeah, that's a loss. But Vampire should easily deal with stitches. You think so? Didn't look so easy. What will depend on the plague farmer spawns as well. But we could also try to cut the shaman. We'd try footman pyro. Then if we want to push the tower, then we need something that can actually tank a little bit. Which would mean swapping this shaman for... I mean, it could be a Quellbore. It could also be a Tauren. I just can't send Tauren into Stitches. It's quite nice to send to a few other things though. I could of course also grab a level for the footmen to make them 13. That would already make them a little bit more difficult to kill. Yeah, Quillbore was definitely a consideration there. It would also be a lot cheaper than Tauren, so it would allow me to cycle through my deck faster. But I do like that a lot. So what if we send these here? Now we have the Plague Farmer issue. No, 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 no. Plague Farmer's killing everything. That was most unpleasant. And now I'm really in trouble. Because I have to play a Pyromancer to kill those harpies. Maybe it's not actually that big of a problem. Because Stitches got stunned. Going to try to sneak. No, we can't sneak by. Too bad. I thought we might be able to. Well, there's plenty of time before the next Stitches arrives. Am I getting value from the Tauren? Should it just be a Quillbore? I just can't let them mine 3 gold. It's way too much. Okay, well, another Stitch is about to arrive. Now Tauren is doing quite a good job there. You enjoy that Tauren action right there. That seems sweet. There's a Plague Farmer again. We can safe pilot that Plague Farmer. Like this. Which gives me time to get the AoE team here. Now we have the AoE team in place. AoE team seems to be going down. That Tauren positioning was far from ideal. Because now it just eats a meat wagon shot. Oh dear. Poor Tauren. So close to grand success. Need another Tauren right here, right now. Fast! Tauren, go, 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 go! Save the Pyro! Oh, I couldn't save the Pyro. We'll kill that one with this. Tauren kills those, and it will kill that one too. Yes. We'll send in some more minis. These troops are going to be nothing. No, 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 no. Kill that Plague Farmer quickly. Like that, I suppose that seems kind of okay-ish. 22 seconds. Nah. Did the torrent do what I wanted it to do here?
More parts for stitches.
I felt like I was a little bit starved for gold. So potentially some average cost issues. We're not doing leaders. No, I don't do leaders anymore, but there were too many complaints about leaders. Oh. Now that's a bummer. It's midnight. Midnight ride. Well, we need to clear the surge so that so that I can do it again. Boss poisons the ground. If you only go by one side, he kills everything very easily. I don't want core hounds, right? Snapper time. Let's go. Let's go. Oh no, it's Stitches. But it's not heroic Stitches. It still eats minis. Oh. I should have known. But look at it, it's tiny. Look at how small it is. It's so small when it's not heroic. Boom, boom. At least we now know Zappers ignore Stitches. Sure, they did. You kid, since any average guild player has now an epic core, what mini should get it? Does any average guild player have the stars? I don't have stars to do an epic. I don't even have calls. I mean, I have one rare on my main account and none on this one. Like, well, which one should get the epic core? That's a question. Probably some top tier mini that you're going to use lots. Preferably some influential top tier mini. Something like a Stonehoof Tauren or Whelps. Whelps would be an excellent recipient of the core. What would be a first legendary? Whatever needs the level. Probably a mini and not a leader, because like you can use the mini in multiple armies, but leader only in a single army. But I mean, Flameburst Whelps are pretty good, for example. So that could also be the Quillball. Probably swap these around like this. Then we're 13.4. Pretty acceptable. Not too high. Alright, we get back to Abercrombie after the short interruption by the Arclight surge.
Behold, my latest creation.
Okay. So, coming soon to a town near you, Stitches. Once that rushes in, we'll send those. And then I'm ready for a Plague Farmer to spawn. Oh, it spawned on this side. That's okay, we can kill it there too. Is the Pyro... These are one level below Stitches. Are they enough to kill it? It appears that they are just enough, yes. I can send the next assault here towards the tower, maybe. Didn't actually need the save. Oh, well, it came just in time. Wonderful timing, it appears, after all. Cycle a little so that we get to mine here. I'll send a Quillbore out there behind the boss. Send more DPS in. And it looks like the boss is about to die. Was that it? Is that Abercrombie? Well, that was surprising. A little bit disappointing, I suppose. Wanted it to last longer. Haha, Echo. Well, just progressing the heroics with the free-to-play account. Apparently that was Abercrombie. Let's see, let's see. Then we're going to copy that army to another faction and do it again. There you go. Just take a quick screenshot of the army so that it'll be easier. I really hoped they would add deck codes. Like, when I played Mercenaries, it took them some months to get deck codes into that game. But eventually they did, and that was really sweet. So that was a 13.4. Nothing was over 14, so nothing was above the boss level. But we had some boss level minis there. So I don't want to do it with the Baron, because Baron gets the... Baron gets the skeletons, so we just add it over here. We already have the Troll, we already have the Quillbore. And then we can add in some Footmen. And a Pyromancer. And then I had Bandits and Safe Pilot. Deck code and more deck slots, yeah, absolutely, would be great. So this was, what was this? This was Safe Pilot. Wait, it's Alliance, there it is. Then we take a look at the levels. This is now above the boss level, that is undesirable. So we swap those around. Now it's only a 12, which is a little bit, like, one level below would be enough, but we could try this. Alright. Abercrombie with Undead. Same army. Same bat channel. Same bat tactics. Let's see what happens.
Behold, my latest creation.
A little bit of different opener. Boss now didn't have a farmer in their opening hand. But they should still be fine. We get the safe pilot kill on those just as before. Actually, my base is now taking a lot of damage. That was a very aggressive push towards the base. Whoa, 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 whoa. Maybe slightly too aggressive. So I am in some trouble here because of that push towards the base. Yeah, I am in quite some trouble here. I need a stun on that Stitches and I need that stun fast. Whoa, I'm going to die. That is unpleasant. Intriguing. Very different start. This time the boss did not have a miner in their opening hand, so they didn't try to mine immediately. Instead, they went for a harder push at the start.
Behold, my latest creation.
So, these starts, you always have to practice the start a little bit, because they are going to be very different. This time I did slightly better. Not a lot better, but slightly better. But then I messed up a little bit here. Can I fix that? Nah, I messed up again, so then that position became untenable. It was fairly sustainable for a while there, so with a little bit different, just taking it a little bit different, this should be fine. Now the poison harpies will of course kill the base here, but then the question becomes, of course, is the comp ideal? Those backliners, Safe Pilot is the premium. Premium way to take out the backliners if you don't have the Flame Burst on the Whelps. Echo, do you plan on looking at Clash Mini? Clash Mini, was Clash Mini the Battlegrounds? I'm not a huge fan of Battlegrounds, so maybe not. There's a troll for Harpies or Griffin. But the purpose of the troll is to counter the Harpies. And Harpies and Griffin do not counter the Harpies. So changing the troll would not help me achieve the goals of the troll in this comp. Now I positioned the troll wrong, of course, and that's why I died. Poison Harpies. They do eat through bases. It's the auto chess. Yeah. Yeah, like Battlegrounds, yeah. Yeah, I don't think I want to play auto chess games, not really.
Behold my latest creation.
This doesn't work now, right? I think that doesn't work. Oh, there's like conflicting demands. There are conflicting demands for my safe pilot here. Because on the one hand I would need it to take out that meat wagon. And on the other hand I would need it here to take out the plague farmer. So the meat wagon having free reign against the footmen. That's bad. And then the harpies come in. That's an intriguing different start. I'm really happy we managed to get this different start. This really opens up a different approach to the map. In some heroics, the start can really change. In some heroics, it has felt like it's always pretty much the same. I mean, I know it changes, but I mean that if the distances, for example, are quite long, then it changing doesn't matter. Because nothing different is going to happen anyway. Now with the troll shooting at the very wrong targets, that was a problem. But let's see. I can see the miner out there, so this is not over. We can distract those with the quill ball here. We don't have enough time. Oh, intriguing. On top is requirements are a safe pilot. Yeah. Yes, there are alternatives to the execution. Yeah, clearly. Now I managed to miss most of the harpies there. That was inconvenient. And the troll hitting at the... well... actually might just work out. Mm-hmm. It's going to work just barely, isn't it? Definitely getting that kind of... this is just barely going to work vibe here. Or maybe not. Maybe we're just going to die. Ah. Well... it's inconvenient. Troll is not necessary in my mind. Possible approach, possible. We haven't gotten a lot of value out of it. That's for sure. Oh dear, the plague farmer. Ignored that at my peril. I will need a new group of footmen. Here they are. Now I can't stop the mining. Man, those footmen into the meat wagon are also not doing well. Now that fell apart rather quickly. Pyro with no talents and underleveled actually doesn't kill harpies in single hit, because typically Pyro would one-shot the harpies. Did I have one level higher Pyro in the last one, or did I always position the troll against the harpies? Let's check that out. These level differences, they just make such a huge difference sometimes. So I have a 12 Pyro. I had a 13 Pyro last time, so my Pyro was able to one-shot the harpies because it was -1 level, but -2 levels Pyro without talents, without Pyroblast talent, no longer one-shots the harpies. So I think that is probably a pretty crucial difference. We're now 13.0 compared to 13.4. And the big difference is the level 12 Pyromancer. I could switch to another leader who can buff the Pyromancer. Here I would have an elemental slot, but I don't want the skeletons. Skeletons make it too easy. I can actually buff the Pyro here as well, but oh, I had too good of an elemental slot. Because then Pyro becomes a 15. But it could be an interesting experiment nonetheless. What if I give Pyro those levels? Does that actually make a difference? Yeah, -1 level Pyro with no talents one-shots harpies, but -2 level Pyro does not. With Pyroblast, obviously, it would one-shot harpies left and right all day long. Well, for its first hit after it's deployed, but anyway. Because now we can just do stuff like this here. Maybe that wasn't great, but... Oh, that's terrible mispositioning. I would somehow magically need to get one more gold. And I would need it real quick. I did magically get gold, but I got it real quick. Intriguing. Very interesting. Oh, Stitch is approaching soon. Okay, well, I need to save up a little bit, I guess. Okay, then the Pyromancer. And the Troll. Oh, can you guys kill that Stitches or can you not? Just let me know anytime. You can. Wonderful. Be careful not to lose this here. Let's try to not lose. Oh dear. Need to put the Pyromancer out there, I think. I actually will end up losing still. I messed it up a little bit, I guess. Should have played better. But did you see what an enormous difference it made to have a competitive level Pyromancer here? We went from just losing to getting a draw. Maybe Worgen would be more efficient than Safe Pilot. Yeah, there's a bunch of things that we could try. But it might be that the Troll is the one that's going to get replaced. Let's see. Troll here. I can mine there. I can delay those. Safe pilot on them too. Lo and behold, Stitches went down. That was a bit of a mistake there. Well, happens. I send this over here. It will shoot at those and then work its way up. Oh, I need a little bit more protection for the footmen. That was a bit insufficient. Ah, misplaced the Safe Pilot too. No, that was awkward. Made a number of errors there. My apologies. It's another Stitches already. I've been a little on the slow side today. It's okay, right? We got all the most important things covered. Should be able to push here. I tried to keep the stone there, but it ended up in a disaster. Well, we're going for the stone now. I can actually mine there a little bit first. Send this to handle the harpies. And some troops to go with those, and then send something over here. Few things over there are needed. Oh! Oopsie. I accidentally lost that. Maybe I do need to try to improve the combo after all here. Even though the pyro levels make such a huge difference already. I'm a little concerned pyro can only afford to be one level below the harpies. Would want it to be able to be higher. Perhaps we're not getting quite the value from Troll that I would have wanted to. What about that execute for stitches? Probably not, right? What about... It's the plague farmers and meat wagons, long range, that are sometimes problematic. Hammers, the Griffin Rider. Not terrible. It would only be a level 12, which would be a little bit problematic. Or you mean the fire hammer? Don't they both talk about hammers? It's hammer time. If I don't need something specifically for the harpies, we could also go with the bat rider. That means that I'm reliant on... I'd be reliant on Pyro to kill the harpies. Pyro or safe pilot. Not exactly where I want to be, but... maybe.
Behold, my
Let's see. Murlocs are coming. Footmen here. And tank over there, and then we add some stuff. Look at how quickly they die. He died so fast to that. Batrider is pretty bonkers. Batrider? When in doubt, Batrider. There's a squad of harpies coming. And I will need a pyromancer to meet them. Okay, Pyro, go ahead and kill them. Boom. They be dead. Now I'm in range of the boss, which is awkward. Look at how quickly everything dies. Batrider is here. Batrider is just the answer to everything. Boss does bring quite a bit of poison. And it appears another Stitch is about to arrive. Well, that requires some footmen and pyromancer from me, I suppose. I don't want that meat wagon to get in. No, that was a bit poorly positioned. But look at that Stitch is going down. Misclicked a little bit over there. It should be fine. Maybe it's not fine. Maybe it is fine. Hard to say. What I do know is that I don't have a pyromancer here right now. And I misplaced that. Ah, this is not going very well. No, this is not good. This here is not strong enough. Yikes. They're really pushing in some troops. I'm in trouble even getting to the attack. And another Stitches. No. That is not the right time for another Stitches to appear. A draw. Kind of hard to answer. Is the safe pilot really? But I mean, if I put in a Vogue and then I have only one unit that can answer Harpies, then I'm in really huge trouble with the Harpies. And let's see. It's easy at the start. And some units out there. Now I don't have proper support on my anti-Stitches front. We need stunners out there. Then we're going to need this Batrider. Then we're going to need to get to mine that before the AI does it. Okay, it's still fine, it's still fine. Everything's good. Everything is awesome. Send these to stun that. And something to distract the Harpies a little bit while we Didn't distract them enough, it seems. Okay, okay. Miner out there. I need second gold for the Quillbore. Here we go, here we go. There's my gold right there. Oh, that one needs to be stunned. Stitch is coming again. Is that going to be a problem? It appears that it is going to be a problem. Maybe. We're quite close though. I think we're going to have it. We sort of did that. Lord Wolford, do you have any Hearthstone deck videos on your YouTube channel? Well, I have the 7 best Highlander decks is the most recent one that I have. I have a best decks video for the current expansion, but they released a patch recently, so it's not fully up to date. The Highlander decks video is up to date, but they did say that there's going to be a balance patch coming soon, because next week there's a major competition. So if you just got back to the game, then you're going to have the loner decks. And at least the hunter deck is really good there. So maybe you should try the loner decks for a few days and see if the balance patch comes soon, and then craft a new deck. Well, that was now with the Quillbore Batrider team. Just grab a screenshot of that one. Yeah, the Batrider replaced the Troll in this version. Some of these are just a little more difficult to figure out exactly what I want to do with them. So let's do Blackrock. So we're going to get in the Pyromancer. Now we can have it as a 14, that's nice. Then I want the Quillbore. And I want the Batrider. And what else do I have? I have the Bandits. And I have the Footmen, of course. Footmen are now just 12, they don't get any bonuses. And then there is the Safe Pilot is missing. Safe Pilot. Are the other modes we're taking interest in Hearthstone? Well, Battlegrounds is probably the most popular Hearthstone mode. It's the auto chess mode, but you don't need any packs for that. And what else? Twist and Wild is, I mean, Wild is still fine. It's the Eternal mode where you can play with all of the old stuff. And not all Wild decks are that expensive either, because some of them use pretty cheap, just old cards. Then they have Twist, which is a rotating format that includes some of the older sets right now. But it's not very popular. So, is this the team? Let's see if this is the team. Abercrombie, once again. Let's see.
my latest creation.
Latest creation, eh? What kind of start do we have this time? Miner's going to walk all the way. And that's one long walk. We want to distract that. And I will need a safe pilot from the harpies here. Boom. The distraction was successful. Oh, more attacks are coming in. Well, the Defias will handle it. I'm sure the Defias are capable of handling that. We distract the boss a little bit. I think we mine here now. Going to send another footman push from this side. I think I'm going to send the bandits out there. Going to send a miner from this side. Oh dear. Now that poison, I underestimated the poison. That cost me dearly. Actually ended up costing me the entire base. I want this to feel like easier, but we'll see. Hi, Matt. Thanks, I'm glad you have found it useful.
Behold, my latest creation.
A little bit missed positioning there. Oh dear, oh dear. Not enough power. Well, what can we learn from this? I guess don't mess things up. It's better. Things work better when you don't mess them up. Now that we get the stitches in the base reach, then we can stun it and finish it off with the safe pilot. It's gonna be fine. Stitches is down, life is good. No worries whatsoever. Let's send some footmen out. Whoa. Spawned that a little bit to your front as well. Okay, well. No worries, no worries. Still going to be okay. Maybe. Or maybe not. I'm definitely not going as the way I would want them to go. As long as I can get another Quillbore out there in time. Nothing is impossible. But now it's another Stitches. Okay, base will have to handle the Murlocs. Need to focus on killing the Stitches here. Base handled the Murlocs, that's nice. Good job, base, good job. Pyro kills the Harpies. Pyro kills just everything. That's a good plan. Good job, Pyro. Did I actually need the footman for anything? Is the next question I have in my mind. Is the footman... Are the footmen actually useful? Is the footman actually even useful? I don't know. Are the footmen even useful? Oh, who knows? The doubt, the fear, the uncertainty. Ah, the second thoughts. Surely they are useful. They have still done a lot of work in tanking Stitches, right? What else could possibly tank Stitches like that? Nobody tanks Stitches like them. Nobody. I hope. Yeah, but what if I had cheaper minis, cheaper tanks that I could cycle there? I'm gonna take a screenshot of that army. These are the ones like some heroics. Once you do it already after 2 times, you're quite certain that you know what you're doing. And some heroics I have done them 5 clears, and I still haven't been convinced that the team is perfect. Well, let's see about this again. We have Defiance Bandits coming. We want a safe pilot here. We want a Pyromancer. And the Footman. The Footman again. It was level 12 Footman in that last army, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. So Pyromancer has to be 13. Otherwise this does not work. Pyromancer has to be -1 level at most. That's a little bit awkward design limitation. But maybe we're just going to roll with it. I could have them like this, right? 14, 14, 13, 14, 14, 12. Did you beat Abercrombie with all families? No, I've done 3 now. I spammed bandits and harpies. Really? Is that what I should have done? I thought harpies didn't look that impressive in this map. I could try harpies over the pilot, I suppose. We don't want 15 harpies, 15 is too high. Let's swap those around. There's still 14, but 14 is at least better. I mean, it's worse, but it's better for my purposes. Maybe we'll give this a go. We have done 3 families with not too much trouble, and all of these were underleveled. So it's not like this is going terribly wrong. It's just that it could be a little bit better. Whoa. I really thought the Pyromancer would live there. That was my bad. Mr. Base is going down. But I mean, if Stitches faces this way, then Harpies just instantly die. That's why I cut them in the first place. I did play the start poorly there, so we can do it again, but that's why I got the Harpies in the first place, that I wasn't able to reliably enough keep Stitches turned around. Do Gargoyle attack him? I don't think they do. Because I tried Sappers, and Sappers didn't attack it. Do boss scale to your deck level? No, bosses don't scale in Heroics. There is no scaling whatsoever. You're on your own with whatever you've got. Batrider is not that useful. What are you saying? Batrider is the mini that has killed the boss every time here. Like what? If Batrider is not useful, then what is? It's killed Stitches and the boss every single time. And it kills the bubble Murlocs. These bubble Murlocs are super annoying. I'm too late there. And we need to take the tower first. To do that, I would need to get the Pyromancer out there to actually kill those things. Well, good job, good job. No, I ended up taking a tower. Might as well. The occasional tower taking. Well, that's a big blizzard. Harpies ended the boss, but I don't think they were all that useful. Took out the safe pilot for them. Was safe pilot? I mean, Batrider did most of the work. It's also one thing is that if you have poison Harpies, then Harpies become a very, very different unit. Basically, on my main account, I just send poison Harpies at something and then that something goes away. Good night, John. But when Harpies don't have poison, then their DPS is much, much lower. So, footmen. Level 15 footmen. Are those a little bit high? Well, maybe just a little bit. What else did I have? The bandits. And the pyromancer. Pyro, somewhere's a pyro. That's a pyro right there. 17 save pilot. Okay, that's just way too much. And 15. The army slots. We could have 14 footmen. That would be acceptable. How do I arrange everything else so that they don't get bonuses like this? Now we managed to arrange them. Now we have quite few bonuses. Actually, I can't do this with a 12 pyro, can I? Because 12 pyro no longer kills the harpies. Why do I have harpies? I need Batriders, the one that I was supposed to have there. This no longer kills harpies. Maiev actually cannot buff the Pyromancer, right? I think Pyro is one of the minis that Maiev cannot buff at all. We're going to give it a try because I want to see the 12 Pyro in action.
Behold, my latest creation.
Okay. Because now this Pyro, look at this Pyro. Needs 2 hits to kill harpies. Which is not ideal. A 13 Pyro would one-shot them. That is the tragedy of the level 12 Pyromancer. But look at these Batriders. Can you look this Batrider in the eye and say he's not useful? You cannot. You cannot. You cannot do that to my boy. The Batty boy. There as well, by the way. So many problems from having a 12 Pyro. 13 Pyro would have cleared all of that. 12 Pyro could not. A 12 Pyro with Pyroblast would have handled everything. Actually, an 11 Pyro with Pyroblast would have handled everything. But 12 Pyro no talents does not. But do I have any good alternative that I could use? Lagged a little bit there. Base is going down to the poison. Base didn't die to the poison. I thought it would have died. But I mean, it's not going to live very long now, is it? It's all because of one level on the Pyromancer. Lagging a little. I'm not dropping any frames, it's just my connection to... only my connection to the game. But Pyro at -2 levels means that the strategy no longer works. I'm unhappy. Do I need to rework it completely? Or do I just accept that Pyro can only be -1 level or more with a talent? I mean, what could I even replace it with? What kills the hobbies fast enough? I mean, it's Huntress. And this loses to hobbies, right? Does that beat harpies? Let's say if it's a 15. Let's make that 13, so that's a more fair comparison. Then let's test. Do you have any strategy or general insight for Heroic Merc Deep? I'm nowhere near close to that point yet, sorry. I mean, I'm doing this as fast as I can, but I can't test them faster. Because I want to test them thoroughly. So no, I haven't done that one. A bit weird there, but okay. Griffin Rider is actually not doing too poorly. Good job from the Griffin Rider. Send out some troop. Well, Griffin Rider instead of Pyro. Can that really work? So far I'm semi-impressed by the results. So far not bad. Hammer time, eh? Oh, that double blizzard though. That was brutal. That was absolutely brutal. Murdered my army, basically. What if we just kill the boss, though? What would happen if we just killed the boss here? Okay, I'm quite impressed. I'm quite impressed. That worked. That worked better than I expected. That felt easier than what I had earlier. Why did it feel easier? This time I didn't have the pyro. Did I have some levels on the others? Did I have too many levels on somebody? Now I can no longer get to a position where my pyromancer would be too low. It's not possible. Because it just hit 13. Naturally. Oh, same goes with the footmen, I guess. So footmen now gained a level. But they were one level lower when I started that. Footmen were 14. That's not too much, right? So I had safe pilot, didn't I? I most certainly had the safe pilot. I had a Griffin Rider. Griffin Rider is cheap, so that enabled easier cycle. What level was the Griffin Rider? It was a 13. So what if it's just a 12? What happens if Griffin Rider is only 12? I mean, I think you can replay heroics even after you have completed them. Because you can't replay regular campaign missions, it gives you the quest variant, which is easier. But sometimes these heroics, like you complete them 5 times and you still don't know what the best strategy is.
Behold, my latest creation.
Oh, I messed things up a little. Didn't I? No, safe pilot to the rescue. Great job, safe pilot. Lovely, lovely work. Who doesn't love that work from the safe pilot there? Just spectacular. And we send in the baddies. And the stitches going down. I mean the base skill stitches, right? Boom. Does indeed. Then we can send an assault. Base is just going to kill those 2. And should have supported that a little bit. That wasn't great. Oh, and it's to lose. Was Griffin Rider superior to the Pyromancer or not? Yeah, it takes time. I've been testing this now for 2 hours. I mean, I already beat it 5 times, but I still don't know if this is perfect. So a little bit more is needed. That was good timing. Then the stitches. Let's get to work on that one. Now we have the plague farmer problem. That is a genuine problem. But look at the damage from that Bat Rider. Bat Rider just bringing the goods. Bat Rider damage is awesome. Got to love the bat. Yes, bat, protect your friends. Okay, okay. Now a problem. I need 1 more gold. Need that fast now. The base is going down to poison harpies. Yeah. Can't ignore the poison harpies. Pyro or the Griffin Ride? Maybe the Pyro is still the better option, but perhaps I will just like say that the Griffin Rider is an alternative if you don't have your Pyro leveled well. Something like that, maybe. And a beautiful safe pilot right there. Giving them the code was bad. Not sure if you can tell, but giving the enemy a lot of gold is generally a bad idea. Can't afford to wait, actually. Initially wanted to wait for the footman, but that turned out to be a disaster. Because now any damage is just going to immediately kill my base. Well, I took both towers, I guess. Oh, how bad can it really be? I mean, this does look like a win now. I don't know which one was easier, but both of them work. One gold cheaper, it felt like I could cycle through my deck a little bit better. But Pyro, when it was at 13 or higher, I suppose it was stronger. But if you have a 12 Pyro, that was not doable with 12 Pyro, but it is doable with a 12 Griffin Rider instead. So if your Pyro is more than 2 levels below the mission level, then you want to use the Griffin Rider, because the Griffin Rider is more forgiving than the Pyromancer. Because it's cheaper and it allows you to cycle through your deck faster. And that in turn means that you're able to get other answers even if Griffin Rider is not the optimal one. So I guess that would be my final conclusion about this. If you can't have a 13 or higher Pyro, then use a Griffin Rider instead. So actually I think that turned out to be quite nice. We now have a pretty good understanding of the encounter. And I'm able to make very specific recommendations because I tested it enough. I'm quite happy with this. I think this is it. I still had a couple of teams that I hadn't done Blind Mary with. I think I had done 3 Blind Marys. That's why it's 89 sigils and not 90, even though Abercrombie is down. Next up, of course, would be Jindo. I remember that Jindo made a lot of chickens. This time area chickens. But yeah, we'll need to get to work on those. That's a new zone. All new challenges. And then many zones after that. At some point the free-to-play account is going to stall. It's going to hit a wall because I can't keep up with the levels. Especially this is zero grinding account. I have never done more quests than I need to. Sometimes I do some quests to get these daily tomes, but never anything more than to get the tomes. So it should run out of steam eventually, and of course it will. It inevitably will. Because like I have 13 uncommon, I can buy a talent even if I don't use it, it still gives me a level, so then that would be like 14. Maybe I can get one more level for it before that happens, then it would be a 15. And then if I have golden slots, then that could be an 18. And with 18s you cannot do the 26. So at some point it's inevitable. But so far things have been pretty good. Alright. I think that's going to be all for today. We got one more zone tested. That's what it takes to really understand everything about the encounter so that I can make a good guide. 2 hours, 17 minutes. And then of course the guided creation itself. So if I worked 9 hours a day, I could at most make 3 guides a day. That wouldn't be 9. 10 hours a day and I could make maybe 3 guides a day. So as you can see, it's not as fast as just killing the bosses. But anyway, that's going to be all for today. On the Twitch side of things, I'll check if there's somebody to raid. Let me see. How are things on Warcraft Rumble side?
No. The bundles for
wow. So much sound. So, let's take a look at Big Math. I'm not sure what hours he's streaming. I think he streams at the same time as me sometimes, at least. Because I don't think I wasn't even following yet. I wasn't know who he is. And let's send the raid to that side, and as soon as I can find my raid button. And on the other platforms, the stream is just going to end. And yeah, that's it for today. I had a great time. I find it really fun to solve these puzzles. So I hope you had a good time checking them out as well. And obviously it will take me some time to get to the really hard levels. But we'll get there eventually, and then we're going to kill them with no talents. Maybe. Maybe not. We'll see how it goes. But anyway, take care everyone. Thanks for tuning in, and bye-bye.